What if I told you that the people who live the longest, fall the least, and stay on their own 2 feet well into their 90s are doing one simple thing every single morning, and it takes less than 60 seconds? I am not talking about a fancy machine, not a gym, not a single piece of equipment. Just one small movement perfected by a country that has more people over the age of 90 than almost anywhere on Earth. And here is the part that should stop you in your tracks. Right now, at this very moment, there is a tiny reflex in your body that is supposed to catch you the instant you start to fall. For most people over 70, that reflex has quietly gone to sleep. They do not know it. They cannot feel it. Until the day they catch their foot on a rug or step off a curb that was not quite where they expected, and there is nothing there to save them. That is not meant to frighten you. That is meant to wake you up. Because the truth is, this one Japanese exercise was specifically designed to switch that reflex back on. And almost nobody outside of Japan is doing it. So if the fear of falling or falling again is something that sits in the back of your mind when you get up from the couch, walk to the kitchen, or step out your front door, then stay with me. Because this is the video that is going to change that for you. Today, I am going to show you the single most effective Japanese balance exercise for preventing falls, exactly why it works when everything else fails, the safe way to build it up stage by stage, and how to fit it into your day starting today. Before we dive in, if you have not subscribed yet, I really want you to hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the bell notification. That way you will never miss another health tip made just for you. Here is how you can help me out. If you find this video useful, type the number 1 in the comments below. If you think I could do better or cover something differently, type 0. I read every single comment and I genuinely use your feedback to make this content better for you. Now let me ask you something. When most people decide they want to work on their balance, what do? They stand on one leg. They wobble for about 10 seconds, grab the counter, and call it a day. Sound familiar? Here's the problem. Done that way, randomly, without structure, holding the counter the whole time, standing on one leg does almost nothing to prevent falls. And that is exactly why so many people give up on balance training. They try it, it feels pointless, and they quit. But here's what almost no one in the West understands. The Japanese took that very same movement, standing on one leg, and turned it into something completely different. They studied it, they measured it, they built a precise method around it. And what they discovered changed how an entire country thinks about aging. Because falls don't happen when you're standing still. Falls happen in motion. They happen when your weight shifts a little too far and your body can't pull itself back fast enough. The Japanese figured out that if you train that exact moment, the moment your body teeters on the edge and has to fight to find center again, you can rebuild the reflex that catches you. That single insight is the whole game. And this one exercise trains it better than anything else I know. Let me explain something, because once you understand this, you'll never look at your own balance the same way again. Japan has one of the longest life expectancies in the world, and some of the lowest rates of disabling hip fractures among older adults. That's not an accident. Decades ago, Japanese researchers set out to find the simplest possible exercise an 80 or 90-year-old could do at home with no equipment, no gym, no risk, that would still meaningfully reduce falls. What they landed on, they called dynamic flamingo therapy, standing on one leg, eyes open, for about a minute on each side. And here's the remarkable finding. Their research suggested that just 1 minute of standing on one leg loads the bones of your hip and the muscles of your standing leg in a way that's comparable to many minutes of ordinary walking. 1 minute, 3 times a day. That's it. But it's not only about the bones, it's about that reflex I mentioned at the start. When you balance on one leg, dozens of tiny muscles in your foot, your ankle, and your hip have to fire in split-second corrections to keep you upright. Your toes grip the floor. Your ankle makes 100 micro-adjustments you never consciously feel. Your brain and your muscles are forced to talk to each other fast. Over the decades, especially if we've spent years in cushioned shoes on flat floors, sitting more than we move, that conversation gets quieter. The muscles weaken, the nerves get slower to respond, and the reflex that's supposed to catch you starts to fade. It's like flipping a light switch in a room where the wires come loose somewhere in the wall. You flip it, nothing happens. The power is still there. The connection is just broken. Now here's the good news. Unlike a wire in the wall, you can rebuild this connection at any age. Your nervous system hasn't forgotten how to fire these muscles. It just needs to be reminded with the right challenge repeated consistently. And this one Japanese exercise is the clearest, simplest reminder there is. Before we go any further, I need you to stop and really take this part in because your safety matters more to me than anything else in this video. I would never forgive myself if someone got hurt following along. First, if you have been diagnosed with a balance disorder, severe osteoporosis, Parkinson's disease, or any neurological condition that affects your stability, please talk to your doctor or a licensed physical therapist before trying this. It is a wonderful exercise for healthy older adults, but your situation may call for a supervised or modified approach. Second, if you have had a recent fall, especially one that injured you, do not start a new routine without medical clearance. Your body may still be recovering in ways you cannot feel, and pushing too soon can set you back. Third, never do this in socks on a hard floor. Socks on a smooth surface are one of the most common causes of slips at home. Go barefoot if you can do so safely. It is actually ideal because it gives your brain the most feedback from the ground. Otherwise, wear shoes with a non-slip sole. Fourth, and this is non-negotiable for this particular exercise, always set up next to something solid you can grab: a kitchen counter, a sturdy table, a heavy chair, or a wall in the corner of a room. We are not doing this in the middle of an open floor. The whole point is that support is always within arm's reach. And finally, if anything causes sharp pain, dizziness, or just feels wrong, stop immediately. Do not push through it. There is no benefit here worth an injury. Work within what feels safe and progress at your own pace. All set? Let's get into it. The exercise, the Japanese flamingo stand. This is the one. Master this, and you've done the single most valuable thing you can do at home to stay on your feet. I am going to walk you through it in 6 stages, from the safest possible starting point to the full Japanese protocol. You do not jump to the end. You climb the ladder one rung at a time, only when you are ready. Stage 1. The supported stand. Stand at your kitchen counter, with both hands resting lightly on it, feet hip-width apart, back straight, chin level, shoulders relaxed. Now slowly shift your weight onto your right foot and lift your left foot just an inch or 2 off the floor. Just barely. Hold it for as long as feels comfortable. Even 5 or 10 seconds is a real start. Set it down, then switch to the other side. Your goal at this stage is simple. Work up to holding 1 minute on each leg, hands resting on the counter for support. Do this set 3 times a day. That is the foundation. Do not rush past it. Stage 2. Lighten your grip. Once 1 minute on each side feels comfortable with both hands down, change one thing. Instead of resting your palms flat, use just your fingertips on the counter. Same minute, same 3 times a day. You'll feel your foot and ankles suddenly have to do more work. That is exactly the point. That is the reflex waking up. Stage 3, one finger. When fingertips feel easy, drop to a single fingertip lightly touching the counter, just enough to reassure your brain that support is there. You are now doing almost all the balancing yourself, but with an instant safety line. Hold the minute, both sides, 3 times a day. Stage 4, hover your hand. Now lift your hand off the counter entirely, but keep it hovering an inch above it, ready to catch you in a heartbeat. This is the moment your body takes over completely. It will feel different. A little wobble is normal and actually healthy. That wobble is the training. Your job is to let your foot and ankle fight to find center, not to grab unless you truly need to. Stage 5, eyes forward. Here's a subtle but powerful upgrade the Japanese protocol uses. Keep your eyes open and looking straight ahead, not down at your feet. In real life, you need your balance to work while you are looking at where you are going, across the room, down the hall, not where your feet are landing. Looking up makes it harder, which is exactly why it works. Stage 6, the full protocol. The finish line. Standing tall, no support, eyes forward, holding one leg up for a full minute. Then the other side, 3 times a day. That's the complete Japanese flamingo stand. And if you can do this, you have given your body one of the strongest fall prevention defenses there is. A quick note, it is completely normal for this to take weeks. Some people sit at stage 1 for 2 weeks before moving on, and that is perfectly fine. The latter is the method. There is no prize for skipping rungs, only risk. Now here's the beautiful thing about this exercise and why it's so easy to actually stick with. It fits into the cracks of your day. The Japanese don't set aside a special hour for it. They tuck it into ordinary moments. Do one leg while your coffee brews. Do the other leg while you wait for the toast to pop. Do a round while you're standing at the counter waiting for the microwave, or during a commercial break. Or while you brush your teeth, one foot up, eyes forward. These little bursts, what I call exercise snacks, are spread across the day instead of crammed into one session, and research strongly supports this. Small doses, repeated often, send a powerful, steady signal to your nervous system. 3 one-minute rounds scattered through your morning, afternoon, and evening, and you've done the whole protocol without it ever feeling like a chore. So here's exactly how I want you to roll this out so you don't burn out and quit in week 1. Don't try to reach the full protocol on day 1. Start at stage 1, both hands on the counter, working toward a minute aside 3 times a day. Stay there until it feels genuinely easy and you're no longer straining. Then move up one stage roughly every week at whatever pace your body is ready for. Fingertips. Then one finger. Then hovering hand. Then eyes forward. Then the full stand. By about 6 weeks in, most people are doing the complete Japanese flamingo stand, a routine that takes you all of 3 minutes a day, scattered into moments you are going to spend waiting anyway, and you will feel steadier on your feet than you have in years. And please, do not skip this on the days when you feel great. I know how it goes. You feel steady, you feel strong, and it's easy to think, I don't need to bother today. But those are the most important days of all. Every single repetition is building the reflex that fires automatically the next time you stumble, catching you in that split second before you even realize you're falling. You're doing the work now so your body can protect you later, in the one moment it matters most. That's the whole point of everything we've covered today. It isn't really about an exercise. It's about your independence. It's about moving through your day without that quiet fear sitting in the back of your mind. It's about reaching for things, stepping outside, and living your life fully on your own terms, in your own home, for as long as possible. Now, balance is only one half of the fall prevention equation. The other half is leg strength, and this is something I need you to take seriously because so many people focus entirely on balance and overlook this second piece. That's a costly mistake. Here's what the research shows. Older adults with weak legs are far more likely to fall in any given year than those with strong legs. Weak legs mean slower reactions when you start to stumble, less power to push back when your body tips the wrong way, and less stability in your hips and knees with every step. And leg strength is one of the things that declines fastest as we age, especially if we're sitting more and moving less. But hold on to this, your legs can get stronger at any age. 70, 80, 90 and beyond, those muscles haven't given up. They're just waiting for the right signal. And even modest, consistent improvements can make a dramatic difference to your stability and your confidence. That's exactly why I put together a dedicated video on the best leg strengthening exercises for people over 70, all safe, all at home, no equipment, suitable for complete beginners. It's on the screen right now. Click it next, and I'll walk you through every step at a pace that works for you.